Now going over to the business part of the podcast. Yeah, Bugatti, well, they're sold out until 2029. Now this is brought to us thanks to Motor1.com, specifically Anthony, who's a writer over there. For once, I don't need to give you a visual disclaimer because these automobiles are gorgeous feats of art and engineering, and they look amazing. And they say, quote, Bugatti is sold out until 2029. The new 1,800 horsepower tourbillon will keep many at the company busy. Here you can see that iconic vehicle and all of its awesomeness. Oh, it is a thing of beauty. Unfortunately for me, it's not my cup of tea because it's automatic transmission. If you really want to make a great car, you should have 3 pedals, also known as manual transmission, so I won't be getting one. Of course, it also costs millions upon millions of dollars, so there is that issue there in terms of my barrier to purchase as well. Interestingly enough, it looks like they have the French flag on it. Perhaps the only useful contribution to society from France would be Bugatti. Also the bikini. What else did French people invented? Well, at this point, France, they have bad firearms. Their vehicles are mostly mediocre. I think Bugatti's the only one that's worthwhile. This concludes everything you need to know about the country of France. I guess smoking and the Eiffel Tower. That's other things they're known for. I'm sure they have many accomplishments. But in all seriousness, going to the article, they say, quote, the automotive industry is volatile. Emerging technologies, changing government regulations, tariffs, and finicky customer trends make planning for the next model year a Herculean effort and has an amount of hope and stress. It's why many automakers play safe with their products. Where there are outliers like Bugatti, demand for the brand's newest hypercars is so high that any potential buyers will have to wait years for their car if they can order one at all. And all that is good for the bespoke automaker, which is kind of the big benefit of most luxury items. Usually the people are the top 0.5% of earners in the world. They tend to weather pretty much any economic struggles. They tend to be pretty secure with their investments, where if you put down deposit for a Bugatti or one of the other hypercars out there, you're not going to be hurting for cash. I mean, that's why a lot of people, people make fun of Koenigsegg. Again, they make magnificent works because of art. I think Bugatti's better because Bugatti does give you a third pedal option in some cases. But since it's where people say it's so ridiculous, people put down a deposit of $180,000 and wait 3 years to get their Koenigsegg. I mean, they could be making so much money by putting that money into the, an S&P 500 index fund. Not financial advice, but the money would grow quite well, historically speaking. But also, the people that have that type of money, $180K for a deposit is nothing for them. Now, they say Bugatti's design director, Frank Hinkel, told CarBuzz that the brand has so many orders that it makes it easy for Bugatti to plan ahead. It's all set, he said. Or, it's all set, he said. Dyslexia is the real thing. He told the publication that finishing up the Boldy production and beginning to build the tourbillon will keep me busy for the next 4 years until it's sold out in 2029. Here you see the rear of that vehicle, which usually a fan, but there's a lot of curves on that rear. Pretty good. I think it could be a little bit better. Now he said, quote, if you have this financial stability as a business owner, it works out very solid. This gives Bugatti plenty of time to figure out what comes after the tourbillon. Thankfully you can disable this part, but it is a hybrid hypercar with 3 electronic motors and an 8.4 liter V16. 16 cylinders of glory, making 1,800 horsepower, and can propel the car to 60 miles per hour in just 2 seconds. Costs around $4 million to start, but good luck getting one. You have that cash for that kind of performance and haven't already placed your tourbillon order, you'll have to set a reminder for 2029 to see what Bugatti cooks up next. The company has plenty of time to figure that out, and we're already excited, which, yeah, it's one of those things where that's one of the best positions to be in as an automotive manufacturer. Again, the margins are a lot better. Well, nowadays, Bugatti Veyron actually lost, I believe it was Volkswagen was at $1.2 or $1.5 billion per car. Even when they sold it for $1 million, they put that much research development investment behind it, which is impressive. It's kind of impressive in and of itself in terms of just doing whatever it takes to make the fastest car in history at the time. And again, the front looks a lot better, I think, than this one. It looks awesome. Performance is amazing. And again, they got plenty of time to figure out what's next. I don't know. I'm biased. I think it'd be nice for it not to be a hybrid. Now, granted, the type of billionaires and millionaires who are buying these things probably don't care about long-term reliability, having to worry about, those batteries lasting 10, 15 years plus, and trying to find replacement for those. I mean, the McLaren battery costs more than a house. Apparently, owners don't care. They keep buying those disposable vehicles. Someone like me, I buy a gas car and it'll last me a lifetime. Knock on wood, my Honda Civic Si, I already has 87,000 miles on it, running like a champ. And I should get another couple 100,000, maybe 300,000 miles out of that car. But that's just me. But again, it is cool, and all the all the EVs out there. There's still some moderate purist vehicles being put out there. And again, I'm not surprised that their order book is so good that they are completely sold out. But let me know, if you had the capital to buy a multi-million-dollar supercar, would you pick the new Bugatti or would you get something else? Let me know your thoughts, because as always, be festive to hear what you have to say.